Hi art friends, it's Carolyn. Thanks for watching today. We are going to be making an art journal page inspired by magazine clippings. I think this is a great way to be inspired when you have that blank journal page in front of you and you're not sure where you want to start. So I flip through my magazines, clipping anything that I think is interesting. I only end up using a couple of these pages, but I'll put those other clippings aside and use them later. So feel free to join me today. Go grab some magazines, clip, and see what we can create. This one has a lot of texture. I do use that on the page. And I also end up using this next page, which is of hands. I am working in my Dina Wakley blue journal. I like this journal because it has some unique substrate in it, including handmade watercolor paper, but it also has blue denim and some burlap pages. I'm tearing up one of my pages and really have no idea at this point what I want to do. This polar bear was kind of speaking to me and I thought, oh, how about a polar bear in the city? So I started cutting out building shapes, and the great thing about collage is you can audition your pieces and move them around and see exactly what you think will fit before you glue them down. So sadly in the end, the polar bear doesn't make it because I decided I liked the cutout of the hands more. But I did move my clippings aside because I decided I wanted a little bit more texture on my page. I'm gluing down some dictionary pages that have some paint on it, which is just from cleanup when I was making another page, just for some more visual interest. And I'm also putting down washi tape. I don't know about you guys. I have a lot of washi tape and I'm always looking for ways to use it. I'd love to hear how you use washi tape in your work, so let me know. Leave some comments below. So my cityscape is coming along here. I liked the contrast of actually flipping over the pieces that I had cut out. Gave some really cool contrast. But as you'll see here in a minute, I do go over it all with some white gesso. Again, just adding some more interest, texture, layers to the page. That's when the polar bear left, and I am fussy cutting out my hands. I really like those. As I went to put the glue on the back, I actually turned it over and that gesso wasn't dry yet, but I don't mind. I like the grunge and texture it adds to them and makes it incorporate into the page. Since I wanted to add more layers, I decided to use this letter and number stencil and spray through it. So I'm masking off the area, putting the stencil down and spraying through. I flip that stencil over to use that excess paint on the page, and it was kind of unexpected. I liked the texture a lot. It reminded me a little bit of keyboards. It was raised, squares and rectangles of the stencils. Since that stenciling went so well, I decided to add another, and I got a little lazy and didn't mask off the area. Tried to use my hand. Not a good idea, because I definitely got some overspray, and I took that stencil, put it on the next page so I could use that orange paint there. I didn't like this though, so I decided to try to wipe it off, but I had not had any kind of sealant on the page. So instead it kind of became a stain onto my hands, and I like it. I like the complementary colors we have going on with the orange and the blue. So to make my hands, which is the focal point, stick out, I am adding some more white gesso to the background, which pushes that background back and then lets my hands, the focal point, come forward. I am going to use my Stabillo ALL pencil to add some outlining, and I wait to do this usually to one of the final layers, since Stabillo pencils are water soluble, and if they get another wet layer on top, they are apt to smear a bit. So I usually wait till one of the final layers. I also decided to add a sentiment to this page, and I didn't want it to be obvious, so I decided to do it in white on that kind of white background so it wouldn't stand out too much. I'd started with a POSCA fine tip, and it just wasn't big enough, so I switched over to the medium tip, writing in block letters. Whoop, there's my cat Roo. Say hi. Have you guys ever had one of your pets make an appearance or help you with your art projects? If you have any funny stories, share below. But together, we can do anything. That's my sentiment. We're all dealing with the pandemic right now, trying to take care of each other. And that is what these clasped hands reminded me of. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer. And go make some art today. Thanks. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment, give us a thumbs up, and share.